Alright guys, I'm back with part 2 to the Q&A. So, part 1, I got some questions, obviously, which is why I filmed it. But after that, I had a couple more questions that were coming in, and I was just, okay, I'll do a part 2. So, throughout the course of the past couple of days over on my Facebook group, I've been asking again for more questions and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get them pulled up. I took screenshots of all the questions. This way I remembered. So I think I want to go. Yeah, okay. So Christina Pritt, you are a question asking machine. So I'm going to answer all of her questions first because she had a lot of them. So she said, are you more scared because of what happened to sweet baby Austin? And what are your plans or tactics to deal with being scared and your anxiety? So yeah, I am really scared because of what happened with Austin. My nerves are like shot 24/7. Every little like twinge that I feel, I get like it freaks me out, and I'm trying to just relax and calm down the best that I can. And every time I go to the bathroom, I check my underwear, see if there's anything that shouldn't be there. And it just, my anxiety is really bad, but I'm taking it one day at a time and staying busy, keeping my mind off of things to try to avoid my stress levels increasing. Looking around at baby stuff on like online and stuff, and just figuring out what all I want to buy yet. So she also asked, I know it took a long time to get pregnant last time. How did you accomplish this time so quickly and without the use of ovulation tests? Can you give pointers and tell us exactly what you did? So it took us 2 years and 2 months to get pregnant with Austin. We lost Austin at 18.3. The heart had stopped at 15.4. And I went the 6 weeks, let my body recover from the D&C and everything like that. And so after recovery, my cycle actually started on December 5th, and my appointment was scheduled, my follow-up appointment was scheduled for December 7th. So the way my cycle, when my cycle fell, the 5th was cycle day 1, the 6th was cycle day 2, and the 7th was cycle day 3. And the doctor had asked me if we were ready to start trying again, or if we wanted to wait another couple of months and try it naturally, or if we wanted to get put on birth control or whatever. I was like, no, I'd like to start trying as soon as possible, just because it had taken so long to get pregnant that time, the first time. So that the day that I was put on Femara was December 7th. I took it cycle day 3 through 7, and I tried not to stress about it. I went into the cycle very hopeful, thinking that everything was going to be good, that I was going to get pregnant this cycle. Our baby would be here sometime late October, August. Late August, early mid-September. And I was very hopeful. I was still looking around on baby stuff, like trying to figure out what all I wanted still and stuff like that. So I relaxed. I was told by my doctor's office that I did not actually ovulate that cycle. But the way my cycles fall, they are like 35-day cycles. So when I go in for my progesterone levels on cycle day 21, I didn't actually ovulate yet, or I had just ovulated, so my levels weren't where they should have been and to where if I got my bloods done a couple days later. So I don't use OPKs because I never get positives on OPKs. I have taken them, I've tried them, I tried them for a year or so. Never got a positive, even though I was ovulating on like the Femara. Never got a single positive. So when I did get pregnant with Austin, I got rid of them all. I not donated, but I gave them to someone who needed them more than I did. So I did keep the pregnancy tests. I just got rid of the ovulation tests, but what I did exactly is I relaxed and tried not to think about it. So she also asked, how is Tim feeling this time around? And he was very anxious and nervous at first. And then he's obviously grown to the idea. He actually offered to buy the car seat stroller combo last night, and we did, and it's sitting over there. And last time he said no, that he wanted to wait until 20 to 30 weeks, somewhere between that 10-week span before we even considered looking at them. So I think he's very hopeful and more relaxed now. Do you have, or what items do you not have and need for baby? Pretty much clothes. I think that's really all we need. Clothes and toys. I want to get one of the little learning walkers. Not like the walker with the wheels that they sit in, but like they walk behind it and stuff. I want to get one of those. I still need to get a swing. I do need to get that. But, I mean, just like diapers, wipes, and a couple of toys and stuff. Pretty much all that we don't have at the moment. I'm sure later on and further along in pregnancy, I might find something more. Some more things that I don't have that I do want. But as of right now, I don't have anything that I don't want. Yeah. Just a few select things that I had mentioned before. Does this pregnancy differ from last? Not really. Morning sickness is more prominent this time, but that's pretty much it. But right now, so the morning sickness is horrible this time around. I haven't actually thrown up yet, but last time I didn't actually throw up until about 6 weeks. And I'll be 5 weeks when you guys, I'll be 5 weeks on Tuesday, January 9th. So I'll be 6 weeks, or 5 weeks. 5 weeks then. So far nothing really, my boobs aren't as sore this time around, I will say that. How does your dad and Tim's parents feel? Are they supportive? So, my dad he's happy, but he doesn't want to get his hopes up because my mom had 3 miscarriages before she had my brother and I. So, I think he's more worried for me than anything, but Tim's parents, they're not really, I mean, his mother is kind of happy, but she's not like the happiest because she didn't even want us to get pregnant when we got pregnant with Austin, and she wants us to wait like 5 years, and I'm like, it's not your life, this is our life. She wants us to make sure we have our feet under us and money saved up, but we do. She doesn't understand that when he gets paid, we don't go and blow all the money. We have money saved. We just bought our car. That's $210 a month that we're not paying towards our car anymore. We have money saved up. I don't think she can wrap her head around that we're not broke. We're not living paycheck to paycheck. So, how did you reveal to Tim? So, last time I went and I got like cutesy and stuff like that, but this time I was just in shock, and I sent him a picture on Facebook Messenger of the test, and he's like, I thought the test had to have 2 lines. I was like, it's there, and I put like an arrow to point to the second line. He's like, yeah, it's there, but it's so faint. I was like, that's because I'm super early in pregnancy. Like, I don't even think I'm 4 weeks at this point, but I was actually 4 weeks that day, according to my last period. So later that night, he went into Walmart and grabbed 2 first response tests, and I took the one, and I was like, yeah, it's definitely there. I'm definitely pregnant. And he didn't want to get his hopes up because he wanted the blood results back first, just in case there was some kind of fluke or something like that. But yeah, so I messaged him on Facebook. I mean, what can I say? She also asked, what are all your feelings at the moment and why? So I have a lot of emotions. I'm happy, I'm anxious, I'm scared, I'm excited, I'm impatient. Like, there's all kinds of emotions going through me, and not only that, I'm just all emotional all around. So last night when we got back in the car after getting the car seat and the stroller combo into the car, I looked at him and asked him what I did to deserve such a sweet, sweet guy. And I just started crying. Like now, I'm very hormonal, very emotional right now, so, alright, so, there's another random question thrown into here. Amy Mort, I had already answered it, but she said, did you get your second HCG test? And I did. I got it done Friday, what was Friday? Crap. The 5th? Would it be the 5th? Yeah, Friday, January 5th, I got my second levels done, and I got the results back this morning, and they were $2.99, so they pretty much tripled. Ugh. I'm so sorry, guys. Bear with me with the nose situation. Okay, so Christina Pritt also asked, are you still making bows? Yes and no. I've kind of taken a break from it right now because I need to like clear out a lot of my inventory at the moment. I have 4 boxes that are like packed full of bows, and they're not like big boxes, but lurk. Oh, what the heck is lurk? They're about this long, this tall, and about this wide. They're priority mail boxes. So they are packed full of bows, and I just need to clear out some before I start making more. But I do need to start making more to clear out some of my ribbon. So it's kind of a lose-lose situation there, but yes and no, I am still making them. Princess Bonnie asked me a couple of questions. She said, what is you and Tim's favorite thing to do together? We sit there and watch TV a lot. We don't actually do a whole lot of activities together. We put together puzzles every once in a while, but not like a whole lot. We've done 2 so far, and I got one for Christmas that we're going to be working on probably summertime, but yeah, pretty much just sitting and watching TV and going out to eat. She also asked, do you like watching supernatural or Charmed movies? I've never got into them. I'm not sure why, but I just haven't been. She asked, is it hard to get into tie-dyed stuff? Been wanting to do it, but don't know how. Better learner if shown. And it's not very hard. The mistakes I made when I first started was not wetting the fabric. So if I do shirts or onesies or something, I will put them in a pail of water, pull them out, wring them out real well, and then I will twist it or fold it or whatever. On the tie-dye kits, they give you a little pamphlet to explain to you like different techniques to get different designs and stuff like that on the shirts. The hardest thing about doing it though is it not turning out the way that you were hoping. That's the biggest issue that I have, because I had like high hopes for something and it didn't turn out as I had imagined it. And it can be frustrating because tie-dye, you can't like do exactly what you have in your head. But yeah, so that's probably the hardest thing about tie-dyeing. Would you and Tim ever get a puppy or dog for baby to grow up with? No. I cannot be in a house with dogs or cats. I am allergic and I would be so miserable and my allergies would be out of whack and be taking allergy pills. And I found out that when I'm at my dad's house, if I take an all-day allergy pill, it doesn't work. I have to take one of the ones like the Benadryl, and I don't want to have to keep taking Benadryl because they make me really tired, and I don't want to be falling asleep while caring for our child. So if we ever got a pet, it would be a pig, like a little mini pig, because I cannot have cats or dogs in the house. Cats make me break out in hives. I learned that the hard way at my friend's house, and it's not good for me. When you go baby shopping, what is your most favorite thing to look at / for? Baby girl stuff. I am a sucker for the cute baby girl stuff. I like looking at the cute little dresses and the little leggings with the ruffles on the butt, and girl stuff is my weakness. And if this baby turns out to be a girl, I'm going all out. They will have so many clothes because girl stuff is it's literally a weakness for me, and if I want it, I pretty much get it. Where else was I? When you give birth to Rainbow Baby, are you doing all natural or getting epidural? I'm gonna try to do. So I am gonna try to do natural, but if it gets too unbearable, or my asthma starts acting up, or I start having like a panic attack or something, I will ask for the epidural. But Tim is pretty adamant about not getting the epidural. But I mean, if I'm in pain and I don't think I can do it, then I'm not going to put myself in that kind of pain. Okay, Emily Eller asked, do you play any video games? Not really. On the Wii U, for the Wii U, we have Yoshi Woolly World, and I play that sometimes, but I haven't played that in a long time. I watch Tim play video games a lot, but I am not one for video games. I don't know why, I just never got into them as a kid. The one game that I used to play, actually there were two games for the GameCube that I used to play. One was a Pac-Man, and like you went into the woods and stuff. I don't know the name of it, but it was a really good game, and I used to play that all the time. And one was a Scooby-Doo game. I don't know what it was called. That was years ago. She also asked, if you have Netflix, what is your favorite series to watch? So we don't actually have Netflix, but we borrow his brother's Netflix password and stuff, so I can watch Fuller House and we can watch Orange is the New Black. So those are our two, and Stranger Things now, I guess. Those are the Netflix originals that we use Netflix to watch. Alright, so Christina Pritt also asked, she's an question asking machine, I told you. She said, what are your biggest pet peeves besides that one girl who was rude and wouldn't leave you alone, LOL. So she's talking about my YouTube stalker, no less. So my biggest pet peeves is when I hear people chewing really loud, like with their mouth open. If they're chewing with their mouth open, I just want to reach over and smack them. And another one of my biggest pet peeves would be people that say that they're there for you and then they turn around and they're like, oh, I can't be in this situation. You're toxic, blah, blah, blah. That actually happened recently where I was too depressing to be friends with. Some of you guys may know who I'm talking about. And I've come to terms with I don't need her as a friend and stuff like that. But my biggest pet peeve is when they ask or tell you that if you need anything to ask, and when you do, they get angry about it, and it's really so asked. For your rainbow baby, are you going to keep using A names? Probably not. I don't know why Austin seemed right, but it did for that for our little angel baby. But the girl name that we have picked out it starts with an M, like an M. Doop 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 doop. I don't know if you guys can understand me because of my nose and stuff, but it starts with M as in mouse. But we don't have a boy name yet because the name that we had, he doesn't really like it that much anymore, but it started with an L, so it's kind of a toss-up. We don't really plan to have all babies with the same initial or like same first initial, so that's one thing that we're not really adamant about. She asked why I started YouTubing. So the main reason I started was because I would go onto YouTube myself and watch pregnancy test videos and watch like TTC type stories and stuff like that. And there's a lot of ones that struggle with infertility, but they don't really talk openly about it that much that I had seen. So I started my channel because I wanted ladies to know that they are not alone, and not every doctor has an answer for everything. So me, I don't have PCOS. I don't have any problems with my ovaries or my uterus or anything, but I don't ovulate on my own every month. I can go 6 months to a year without a period. Most women can blame that on PCOS. I don't have PCOS, so we don't know why I don't ovulate every month on my own. So it's kind of a mystery, and I wanted other ladies to know that it's okay, that infertility is more of a common issue nowadays. And from there, I have learned that I like to look back on old videos and see how much I've changed and stuff like that. Like my very first video, a subscriber had sent me like a side-by-side picture, one from one of my earlier videos and one from one of my more recent videos, and the weight loss that you could see, my face was so fat and round, and now, I mean, it's still like fat and round, but it's not that bad. I don't know, I don't think I still have it Let me see if I could go to my Instagram. Maybe I posted it on there. So this isn't the one that she sent me, but it is one that I have. So if you look, this over here is one of my earlier videos. This here is one of my more recent videos. You can see my face was so much fatter, and I don't know, I looked not very healthy over here, but I'm looking a lot better over here. And in another video that I watched, my face looked horrible. I don't know why I ever sat down in front of a camera with breakouts all over my face. Nothing I would do for my skin would help, and I'm just so happy to see like the change, because you don't see it on your day-to-day life. You see it when you reflect back at old pictures. So that's another reason that I still continued to do YouTube. Are you and Tim married, engaged, or dating? We are engaged. We do plan to get married, but there's some legal issues going on right now, and it's not another marriage or anything like that. It's not an ex-wife or anything, but there's some legal issues, and we're going to get those taken care of before we do get married, because it could end up hurting us in the long run if we do get married right now before those issues are taken care of. So also, weird question, but what is your favorite restaurant to go to? So I like Golden Corral. It's like a buffet. I don't know if you guys have that where you guys are, but it is so good, and I like that restaurant. I like Eaton Park. I like Perkins, and I like somewhat sort of like Denny's. So I don't know. My ultimate favorite, though, would probably have to be Golden Corral. Anyways, she also had said, so happy for your rainbow baby. I'm praying for a sticky and full-term baby. Thank you, Emily. That's all I ask, is that everyone pray or keep me and Peanut, me and the rainbow baby in your thoughts, and just let them stay nice and cozy until September. Okay, back to Christina Pritt. So she asked, have you ever met any friends from YouTube in person? Would you like to? I never have met any of my subscribers or any of the people that I follow or anything like that in person from YouTube, but I would love to. I had a couple of subscribers that were wanting to come to my baby shower that I was going to have for Austin, and they lived close to me. They wanted to travel and come to my shower, and I would have loved that. I would love to meet you guys, and if you guys for some reason ever see me out and about somewhere, don't be afraid to stop me, because that would make my day, seriously. She also asked, do you play any games on phone, board games, cards, etc., etc.? I play a couple games on my phone. One is Homescapes. I used to play Gardenscapes, and I got really far, and it wouldn't connect. It would not let me connect to my Facebook for some reason, and our tablet crashed, and everything got erased. So I lost all my progress. So I said, screw that. I'll just go and do the Homescapes that they came out with, and you renovate a house. So I like that one, and I was playing Merge Dragons for a while, but I just recently uninstalled that on my phone. It wasn't pleasing me anymore. Board games, we play Zelda, Monopoly, and what's the other game? Oh my god, Sorry. We play Sorry a lot. Card games, we have this Monopoly deal, and it's a really fast game, and you could win around in like 3 to 5 turns or something like that. It's a really good game. It's a fast version of Monopoly. We play that a lot. We actually got the game at Aldi's. I like to play Yahtzee and Uno, but I mean that's pretty much it. Have you ever had babysitting jobs or daycare, preschool? I used to babysit this one kid like every day, all day long, every day of the week, pretty much, except for Sundays. I would watch him for 8 to 12 hours anywhere in that area every day, Monday through Friday, and most of the time Saturdays as well. I used to love it, and they moved away. I lost my job, obviously. I'd like to get back into it, but there's no kids around where I live right now. So, I mean, I would have to go to someone else's house to babysit, and I just don't feel comfortable with that because, I mean, you don't know their neighborhood. You might not know their neighborhood, I should say. You don't know them. You don't know what their background's like, stuff like that. I had a bad experience once, and never again will I go to someone's house to babysit unless it's a relative. And then I think that's it. So that is part 2 to my Q&A. Christina, thank you for all the questions. Again, you are a question asking machine. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will leave part 1 in the cards. I think it's over here. So I'll leave it linked in the cards so that you guys can go and check out part 1, and my Facebook group and my Instagram and my email are all in the description box. So if you want to be part of the next Q&A, just head over to my Facebook page or my Instagram. I mostly ask over on the Facebook group though. So yeah, you can head over there and chat with me if you want. And yeah, so that's it. And I will see you guys all next time. Bye.